Everybody down on fucking duck shit, bro.
I
And
know.
that shit ain't all that shit fake, man.
Yep.
All that shit fake, man. That Donald Duck shit, all that shit fake, man. This just take your attention off of what's really going down. Niggas really falling for that shit. You see all these homeless people, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yep.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Look at all these people like just standing around begging though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Every city.
Every city, every state.
Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, as always, I want to start these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, HaRakah Kodash, as well as the double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth under, and a sincere shalom to the rest of the elders in Akim around the globe, bringing this word out within sincerity, truth, and diligence. I'm still trying to figure out what to title this, either Las Vegas homeless crisis or America's homeless epidemic, because it's not just Vegas, as you heard the beloved elder in the beginning of this clip, going on every city, every state is homeless people all over. And I was driving trucks from city to city, state to state, and that's what he's saying. The beloved elder Hawad, GMS North Carolina, is preaching the truth. It's homelessness everywhere. But one thing I did notice since stopped truck driving temporarily and then moving to local truck driving and being back in the metro area of Las Vegas, Nevada, is the homelessness is way more fucked up in 2024 than it was when I originally moved here in late 2019. The homelessness is off the charts from just a couple years ago. It's way worse. And one of the common denominators is being homeless is drug use. And at the end, I have a closing clip of this brother. I believe he was homeless, but he was from Philadelphia, and he was telling me about how bad that new drug fentanyl, as well as Trank, which is like a horse tranquilizer mixed with fentanyl, how many people it's killing, especially in the streets of Philadelphia. All you gotta do is go on YouTube and type in Kensington Ave, and you gonna see the level of just homelessness, and it's awful what's going on. But this is what happens when you have a wicked, corrupt demon in a seat of rulership. So let's continue on and who that is. That's Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed WHITEs. They are in rulership, and the whole world is mourning. The so-called richest country in America got its cities flooded with homelessness and drug addicts everywhere. And the video I showed was Las Vegas, me on a scooter. I know it broke focus a little bit, but look at this shit, man. Homelessness everywhere. You see this in LA, you see it's really bad in California, but this is the policies that Esau Edom, he done made this, basically he done killed off the middle class. This ain't 1950s America no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's either you rich or you piss broke, and we see the effects of that. And this is about 2 miles of a brand new casino called the Circa in downtown Las Vegas. Look at how nice and tall it is and rich, and you could see it from all over, and it's glitzy and glamorous, yet you got hundreds of homeless people just a mile and a half up the street from it on Main Street in Las Vegas. Proverbs 28 verse Salaki, this is the wrong one. Let's do this. Wrong precept in my notes. This precept speaks directly to, it's 15. I had 5. Proverbs 28 verse 15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. And that's what Esau Edom does. He goes out of his way to oppress the poor, including himself, especially our people. So if his own people, you got self-proclaimed WHITEs in a fucked up drug, just degenerate and destroyed state, imagine how much worse it is for our people. Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter, verse 3 through 4. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set it over one that is profitable. And that one that is profitable is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly knows as Jesus, because there's no J in ancient Hebrew. There's no J in Hebrew, period. But the Lord is going to set up a king that is profitable for the world. Because right now you have the heathen nations in rulership, but chiefly the Edomites, the worst of the worst out of the heathen nations, the seat of the wicked, the border of wickedness in rulership. And we can see the earth and the people and everything in the earth decaying over time with these demons in rulership. And you can see that in his crown seat, which is America, how it's collapsing over time. America isn't is nice and glamorous as it used to be. It's just corrupt and degenerate is all hell. And that's why, because the wicked as the judges, so is the officers. So you have a demon in rulership, and you can see that same spirit sifting down to the all the nations, including the citizens of Babylon the Great, America. This is just a complete degenerate, drug-infested, insane asylum out here. And you see it in all these major cities. It's fucked up out here, and it's getting much worse. Isaiah 10 at the top. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's what Esau Edom does. He sits up all night plotting and scheming how he can declare unrighteous decrees. You got all these taxes, inflation kicking Americans' ass left and right, yet he gonna send all this money over to fight some bloody ass wars. It's nothing but unrighteous decrees. Okay, and yet the rent is fucked up as it is out here. Rent keep going up. How is rent going up if everything else is expensive? This man is not fit for righteous rulership. He's a demon, and we're seeing the people suffer under his rulership. It's kind of like in Lion King when Scar took the seat of rulership. The whole animal kingdom was suffering under this man, or under that character. Same as today with Esau Edom in rulership. This is going to go back to Ecclesiasticus, the 14th chapter, and this is going to be verse 5. Oh, no. Let's this is good right here. Let's start at verse 3. Riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money? Let's skip down to verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. And that's Esau Edom. He don't give a fuck about his own people. Imagine how much worse that is for the people he has true enmity and hatred for, which are the true children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans under this man's captivity. But that is he that is evil to himself is pursuing also to Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So we starting to see in these streets a lot of strung out and homeless and just bugged out of their mind Edomites the self-proclaimed WHITEs out here in the streets of America. That's the Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. Them curses of poverty and madness are starting to come on our enemies. Who is our chief enemy? Esau Edom, the man that took America, the land of the Americas in the world, in bloodshed, and mainly oppressed the children of Israel. That all that wickedness is starting to come and boomerang right back to him. Let's get a couple, because I have a closing clip speaking on how under this man's rulership it's mainly fucking up our people. James 2 verse 6. But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before judgment seats? Okay, that, and we see that every day. I'm doing security right now. All the cashiers at these convenience stores I work with are Jakes, and literally every single one of them not only got, their face and neck and head all tatted up, but they all got charges. Every single one of these Jakes got criminal charges against them. Isaiah 42 verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. And you go to these inner city prisons, who you gonna see mainly in there? So-called blacks and Hispanics. And this Jake gonna tell you how fucked up it is, not only in these prisons, but the effects of all these drugs coming in from overseas, tearing up the streets. This Jake said he's from Philadelphia, and the Kensington part of Philadelphia, which all you gotta do is type it in on YouTube to see how bad it is out there.
So yeah, big dog. What was you saying about the drugs and the
You talking about what I said about
the Fetty?
Oh yeah, that shit crazy out there.
And then you said what the government.
Oh yeah, I said the government got something to do with that shit. When they bring that shit back from the army, bring that shit back, and then I told you, my grandpa said this shit years ago. He was in World War II. He said that Japan or China was going to invent something to get us back, and silent, but without us knowing. You feel what I'm saying? Make a drug, and it got everybody in.
Because it's all these drugs don't grow in America, so it's coming from
China
somewhere.
China invented fentanyl, bro.
Dang.
They invented that shit, bro.
It's fuck. You see people with no limbs and shit, and Philly losing
people,
skin.
In stores shooting up in the veins and the blood, all that shit shooting, but that shit crazy.
I heard that shit deadly as hell, even breathing it.
That's why. All right, a lot of state jails in Pennsylvania, when they was spraying the fentanyl, they was calling it K2 paper, but it was fentanyl on them. So when the jails, like whatever COs or whoever in charge of the mail, when he was getting the mail, he was getting sick and high, ODing on just dealing with the mail. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now in state prisons, that they send mail, you get a copy of it. You don't even get the original copy. You don't even get the original copy of a picture or a letter or anything. You feel what I'm saying? You get a copy of that shit.
I got a last question. In them jails, what race of people you see the most in there?
Black and Hispanics.
Say that again?
Black and Hispanics.
One more time for the camera.
Black and Hispanics.
All right, man. That's Big Dog speaking in. Thank you.
And once again, Isaiah 42 verse 22, our people are hid in prison houses, as this Jake just eloquently said. In closing off, Proverbs 29 verse 2, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. I hope this is edifying. Shalom.